Mrs. Harmon, how are you doing? It's nice to see you today. I would like to share with you, my first choice board is about subject matter, and I want to share some examples with you. So there's so many types of subject matter, but 3 types that are sort of like 3 main types with some artwork would be the landscape, the portrait, the still life, the portrait, and the landscape. So still lifes are all about like arranging things. They're great for advertising and stuff like that. Like, ooh, this looks good. So a still life is something with mostly things that are put together. A portrait is the main point. It's about people or person. And a landscape, it's all about the scene. So let's see some examples of each one of these in the art world. I'm going to start with portrait. So this is by William Henry Johnson, and it's called Jim. And it's a portrait of a boy. Check out that painting. Isn't that cool? So it's all about the person. It's a portrait. This is by Modigliani. He kind of made the faces longer. This one's called Two Lovers. This is by Matisse. And it shows part of the dress and stuff. Some portraits could be ancient, like this ancient Egyptian 3-dimensional sculpture. And this African portrait. But also they can be new, like this Picasso portrait. It doesn't have to be completely like realistic. Or this one, which is a portrait, but it's also people. Can you see both of them? Pretty cool, huh? So that's portraits. How about landscapes? The landscapes are all about the land. This is by Vincent van Gogh, Starry Night. Here's another one. Woo! It's Claude Monet, of course. This is by someone local. Here I come. Wow. Andrew Wyeth did this one. It's called Pennsylvania Landscape. He actually lives not far from Hamby School. They don't have to be exactly like, they can be fantasy too, like this one by Rene Magritte. So here's one that's kind of in between, a portrait and a landscape. It's by this fella, Salvador Dali, and this one's called The Persistence of Memory. I don't know if you can see this, but this funny little thing here, he has a mustache just like Salvador Dali. It's a portrait of himself. It's called a self-portrait. So if you do a picture of yourself, it's called a self-portrait. But this is also about the land, so it's kind of in between. He's got this funny self-portrait and these clocks that are melting, and it's about the land too, so I don't know which one it is. What do you think? One more. Still life. Here I come. Picasso! When you put 3 things or a couple things together and you arrange them together, it's like a still life of things. Woo! What else do I have? Yeah. This is by Henri Matisse. Yes, it is. And I'm showing it to you specifically because of the patterns and things that you see all around. It's usually when you put a couple of things like on a table or an area. And of course, a cat. Portraits can also be used for advertising. It could be super yummy. Like this is Wayne Thiebaud and it's called French Pastries. Get a look at that. Okay. Portraits, landscapes, still lifes. You got this. Have a great week. Bye. Miss you.